Today I wanted to talk more about the Western side of riding. This is the discipline I've always worked in. I've led many trail rides. I've done a couple Western pleasure things and then participated in a couple unofficial rodeo events. As we know, there are the different events that take place in the Western world: horsemanship, Western pleasure, reining, cutting, roping, working cow horse, Western riding, trail riding, gymkhana, team penning, and rodeo. In the rodeo side, you have everything from roping events to barrel racing to steer wrestling and things like that. Each of these events requires horses and riders to perform together in one way or another. With horsemanship and Western pleasure, they want the horses to stay collected but move rather slowly, with their heads down and using their backs to hold the rider up, as we talked about a little bit in my lunging article. They get through the different gates with the riders staying in the same position. They want to make sure that they are on the correct lead while loping, making sure that they aren't bouncing out of the saddle when they're either jogging or trotting, and making sure that the transitions between the three gates are as smooth as possible. With reining, they are performing in a pattern, moving between the gates, but a little bit differently than the Western pleasure. Even though the gates change speeds, the horses will be doing the same beat patterns with their hooves. Depending on which lead they are, they'll start with one of their back feet hitting the ground, and then their other back foot and their diagonal front foot will hit at the same time, lastly followed by the last front foot. The last front foot determines which lead the horse is in, either left or right. If the horse is moving to the left, you want them in the left lead. If the horse is moving to the right, you want them in the right lead. While the reiners are going around their pattern, they are expected to move in a fast lope and a slow lope, a fast jog or a slow jog, without breaking that pattern, but definitely having a difference between the fast and the slow. They also do sliding stops where the horse is ran down the arena and then stopped. It is expected to keep its rear end planted under it, and it slides its back feet, causing 11s in the dirt with its back hooves, which gives it, the longer it is, the better it sat. Depends on what score was given. Cutting and roping horses, working cow horses, team penning, and other rodeo events all involve cattle. They are tests to show if your horse can lock onto the cow, move around the cow without them getting away. Some are taught to keep ropes that are connected to a caught calf to the saddle tight so the calf can't get up and run around if you're doing vet work or something on it. In these events, the horses need to be pretty accustomed to and okay with ropes being thrown around, cattle running around in all different directions, and sometimes riders abruptly dismounting and running away from them towards whatever they caught or whatever they were chasing. This kind of goes against what the horses are naturally made to do, where they are a flight animal because they're a prey animal. In some of these events, they are almost asked to be a predatory animal, not in the sense that they're going to eat the cow or something, but they have to chase it down, they have to move around it and things like that. Some of the positions that we ask them to go to are something you would see more with a prey animal stalking something. Western is also used for trail riding and just kind of relaxed everyday riding. The saddles are the biggest, most comfortable saddles, so they go pretty well all over through the different terrain and stuff, and they're the most comfortable to sit in. This style of riding is definitely used for work more because of this. The saddles distribute the weight differently over the back than an English saddle would. So it's not just one small spot, their entire back is holding you up, which helps them last a little bit longer throughout the day, while they're moving around, dashing after animals. Most of their work is in small, short sprints, which makes them pretty energetic animals on that side of it. Not that the English horses are not energetic as well, but it is definitely a very different style of riding.